story continues. The story of my beloved's tale is long, Persian say. Yesterday we talked about an introduction to Her Excellency Shri Astari of Indonesia. She was an artist ambassador, and yesterday we talked about her ambassadorship. And today is about an art. Art and religions are connected to Islam. Religion is like a door, you come inside. But art is like the window, you see the sky. That's why art is very important for us. And art is about the beauty. This art of Astari is very symbolic. This is one of her artwork that she made in 2018 in Sofia. And there is a cross behind, and there is a cross here. So that cross and this cross, you see, it's a symbol of Christianity. And right in the middle of the cross, she put something like Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of God, the merciful. And on top of it is Borobudur. We call it the Kaaba of Buddhists. It's in central Java, in Yogyakarta. And around is lots of things about different religions. From Buddhists, there are some elements. There are from Christianity, from Buddhism, from Chinese, from Hinduism, and everything. So the cross path that we cross each other, it means here, she says that everything, all of these religions in this assemblage are just art. They are there, and everything is in its own place. And there is a dot here. So in Christianity we have Trinity. So sometimes they say three is one. One is the three. That one that we are talking is the one, is the dot of unity. That you see that she was putting these symbols and just put something simple on the wall that we can talk a lot about her art. And yesterday I put this photo as a Muslim, and here she's coming out from the church. Said, I wish when you are drunk, you come to the church or the mosque. And so the Christians and the Muslims pray to you. I wish one night I could unveil your beauty so the Christians would see you as the sun of the church and the Muslims as the moon of Kaaba. The Borobudur that we are talking, that is the symbol of Buddhist symbol of Indonesia, is behind this one. She called it scanning the globe. But you see, this lady is Chinese. The batik of the middle, in the middle is Indonesian. And the first one is Indian. This is 25 years ago. She had the vision that one day India and China, and also Indonesia, will rise. And also, she made this as well, running Jakarta, running Beijing. That in those times, she had the vision that how things are unfolding for the future. It's not about that much spirituality of it, but to say that, in her art, there are lots of things that it talks about the future. And this one is a rose and a nightingale. In Bulgarian, this is written Bulgaria. And this is Lubov. Lubov means love in Bulgarian. So the nightingale and the rose is the symbol of the beauty. And nightingale is in love. When there is beauty, there will be love. That's why, actually, this is all about the creation. There is a story that one day he saw himself. He saw himself in the mirror of himself. And he saw that he's beautiful. So the beauty was created. And again, in the second look, he fell in love with himself. So the love was created. And after that, the love and the beauty came together. And after that, there is a story that the sorrow is there as well. So, the lover and the beloved, and we know who are the lover and who are the beloved. Beloved. The one who is beautiful is the beloved, and we are all singing for that beautiful. Here, you can say that a story in this nightingale and the rose is like Rumi of Persia. That all the love is for that eternal beauty. And rose in mystical symbology is just a symbol of God himself. When also Rumi talks, sometimes he talks about rose and sometimes about ocean. This is a photo that I clicked from her on the lunch. And we have the rose here, we have the wine, and we have the woman. So the similarity between the rose and the woman is that both of them are beautiful. And who knows what is the similarity between the woman and the wine?
Wine? Women age like 5
Yeah. Both of you makes people drunk. One is the essence of grapes, and the other one is the essence of God, the body of the woman. It is said that when Adam was kicked out of heaven, looked back at God and said, I will miss you. And God said, don't worry, the woman is with you. The beauty is with you. So, now we come to the last artwork that I want to talk about. This is 9 Pearls of Heaven. This is Astori's last artwork. These 9 Pearls of Heaven are lady figures of heaven. One is the mother of Jesus, Virgin Mary, from Christianity. The other one is Saraswati, from Hindu tradition, the goddess of knowledge. One is the Buddhist figure, Kuan Yin. The other one is Shri Devi, also the Javanese and Balinese and Indian goddess of fertility. One is Fatima, the daughter of Muhammad. Another one is Khadija, the wife of Fatima for Shias, and Khadija is for the Sunnis. She also wrote Asiya, the wife of Pharaoh, and Hajar, who was also the wife of Abraham in this Judaic Islamic tradition. So she wrote all these 9 women, and one also she added, the 9th one is Tahira. if you are familiar with Islamic culture and also the Baha'i faith that know it's our world, Tahira Qur'at al-Ain, who I studied put here was is the representative of Baha'i faith. For a Muslim woman to put Tahira there, you need to be truly brave to bring Tahira's name in such an artwork. So once she told me this, she told me that these ladies will take me. I brought all of them here, but they are more powerful than me. They will take me. It was a joke for her, but they truly took her in forwards. I wanted to also to play something of her, because these 9 curves of heaven that she made, it is very famous. It went on the TVs in Indonesia after she passed away. And so you will see some part of it, that how she made it a movie. And she made also some so all these clothes also, dresses also are her art. Just to save the time, I will go step by step. Was prayer for pandemic also part of it. Okay, salamatan. This after that I will share all the video with you. You can watch it. After that, she comes and she introduces these ladies that I talked about. These 9 ladies. Aku Dewi Sri. I am Dewi Sri.
Segala kehidupan dan kesuburan adalah aku. Aku Siti Asia, istri Fir'aun, yang tulus beriman aman manusia.
So the video is so beautiful, and this was her art also. This gentleman here is Allama Iqbal Lahori. He is the father of poetry of Pakistan with Urdu language, and also he is the last Indian philosopher. He passed away 10 years before separation of India and Pakistan. Why I put these 2 together? Because Astari called these ladies the pearls of heaven. But in Islamic mysticism, we are like a water. We go and we join to the sea and we disappear. They call it annihilation in God. But Allama Iqbal, who came in 20th century, he said, no, we are not going to disappear in God. We are like the pearls in the heaven of God and we exist, we will continue. And in this sense, we can say a story was more about Allama Iqbal's view, and she was more inclined about the continuation of the journey of human towards God. It's not we are going to disappear. And when she also brings these 9 ladies together, she talks also a lot about them and said that these ladies, all of them are inside you. So if you want to be a perfect woman, you need to have all the quality of these sacred ladies. And if all these 9 ladies are inside you, with all their attributes and their characters, you will continue as a pearl in the heaven. May God bless her soul. She was light. And she brought beauty in the world. As Muslims say, Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. We are from God. We go back to God. Thank you.
Thank you, Nabi. Clearly, each time you talk about her, it's wonderful. Did you join any of the walks or pilgrimages in your journey as well? Because you've been talking about her, but your life is also quite interesting.
It says, the man in love, whenever she talks about love. I had a truly interesting life because I went to different countries. I lived long in India. I traveled in India, and after that I went to Indonesia. I went to Sri Lanka. Because today's, my talk is supposed to be a reflection of peace. And so...
You were living in India, you were living...
After that, I went to Sri Lanka because my professor in Indian philosophy told us that in Buddhism there is no God. And as a person who believes in God, I said, so how it's possible? How it's possible that a nation doesn't believe in God? So I went to Sri Lanka. I went there, I stayed in the temple with the Buddhists. I was with the people there to understand how is the morality. You can't read it in the books, but it's different. I went, there was a conference and a gentleman came to me that now still is like my brother. He said that you are a foreigner here, do you have money? I said, somehow I said, what a question. I said, yeah, I have. So if you don't have money, I have a credit card. It is enough for you for 1 year. So, but you should do this and this. And he said, do you want me to give a credit card if you don't have one? I was somehow doubting what is this situation because we are not used to somebody says, I want to give you credit card. And the credit card also was amount of 1 year his salary. So I accepted it. And I was going and withdrawing money and every month also I was recharging it so the interest will not be there. After some time he invited me at his home. And he said, Nabi, see, my daughter is like you. We are Buddhists. We believe in reincarnation. I believe that in the previous life, you were the father of my daughter. So I got my answer about, the morality. And after that, I also went to Tibet to see what Tibetans are. I asked some monks that, how is Buddha? Where is Buddha? And they said, Buddha is everywhere. And I realized that they don't have the theory for God, but they have the experience of God. They are talking about nirvana. And also I was so fortunate because before Darrell invited me to Thailand. Thailand is the land of smile. You go there and people are so sweet, so nice. And they just love people. In Buddhism, what we have, the pillar of this faith is compassion. In Astari's painting, you saw the nightingale and the rose. So in Islam is love, like the Christianity as well. But in Buddhism is compassion. And this love and compassion practically are two sides of the same coin. And I had also the chance to go among the Christians, Orthodox Christians. And after that also I went to Indonesia. I had my name is Nabi. Nabi is a very sacred name for Indonesians. They call, for example, Nabi Musa, Nabi Isa, Nabi Muhammad. They call the prophets Nabi. So I was, we were somewhere in an island and somebody knocked the door and said that Mr. Nabi wants to go to the mosque, they are praying. I said, oh my God, with this name, if I don't go to the mosque with them, so it will not be good. So they used to come all the time to take me because they said that if his name is Nabi, he should always be in the mosque. And there was kind of religious studies that also I went through it. And living among the people to understand. And when I came to America, I was reading the Declaration of Independence of America. And the first three words of American Declaration that President Jefferson wrote, we the people, we the people. And these three words is like everything. We the people, we are the same, we are the flowers of the same garden. We the people, we are the branches of the same tree. And this is how, and this is the way that we can have peace. We can have peace between ourselves because peace is outside. And when we have faith, we have peace inside. So this was the question that our friend brought up. The internal peace, the inner peace, and the outer peace. Yes, the peace starts from inside, it goes outside. And when you are in peace, you make peace. Thank you.
I'd say a couple of comments. One is, Christine and Jarrod, since you're living in an alcohol nation for many years, Dine means the people. Couldn't we translate it as we the people? It's also a way, but just the people. They don't need we. Yeah?
The people.
It's like they self-identify name of Dine, and it means sort of we the people, but you don't need we, because as you know, in some languages you don't need a pronoun. They don't use a pronoun. Pune University, how long did you stay there?
I was 3 years there.
3 years, yeah. We first met there, yeah?
Yes.
In Pune, and your teacher is a Sikh.
Yes.
And the cousin of Justin Rai, my colleague, I showed her the picture. And we met in it's a lovely campus, Pune University, famous for philosophy in India. Nowadays tended to stay in countries a long time. I visited India like 26 times, spent about 6 months total, but you spent years, and it's interesting, you can tell. So, our paths, interesting. Questions?
I wanted to say, because if you come for 1 week to LA, you don't know about LA. You should be here for years to see. If you go to India, just for a short journey, you see some sightseeing. But when you go from Kanyakumari, the southest part of India, you go to Kolkata, and from there you go to Delhi, to go to Jammu and Kashmir, and go there up to Tibet. And after that, come back to Punjab, and you go around, and you are with the people, and they make for you biryani and roti and naan and all of that. And when you are among the people, after that you would understand what Hinduism is. And you forever, their love will be in your heart.
Well, it probably helped to have a few previous lives in India or Sri Lanka, as said in the meeting. Thank you. Other comments or questions?
Yeah, I just want to make a comment. You said something about law and unity.
Love and
Love.
love.
Love and
Love.
unity. I had a friend, she's still there, but we don't have, we're not in contact anymore.
soul. And nowadays, when you listen to a music, and this music is it lifts you up. So you know that the base for this harmony is mathematics. And you see a flower, you see all this beauty and this harmony in the world, and also the galaxies and the way that the stars are going further. It's all, they have mathematical explanation, and also it's a precise arrangements, and that is, they call it intelligent design. I was a teacher of mathematics, so always I used to ask people, students, to think. I said, hey, if God destroys all this universe and makes a new universe, everything different, chemistry and physics and everything different, is it possible? They say, yeah, it's possible. I said, so in that universe, how about 2 plus 2? They said, it will be 4. So I said, so God will not change mathematics there? And these are the way that, we could bring the students to know how math is important. This is something that you are certain about it, certainty. We can also have certainty in the world of religion, but there is a curtain. Sometimes the curtain goes aside and you see that it's beautiful garden outside, and you will be sure, 100% sure that there is a garden outside. But this is the way that you should be very fortunate. As the Persians say, you should be very fortunate to see in the midnight the rising sun, to remember that we were drunk before creation of grapes.
Sorry, there's maybe disappointing. This church hall is dry, meaning you're not allowed to have the fermented grape juice. Miriam came to check there's grape juice for Sunday. Even the church is only grape juice. I'm sorry for the Catholics and Anglicans here, the Lutherans. Any other reflections or comments?
There is, I finished because there is no question. They said that when you are with us, the water is wine. But when you are not with us, the wine also is the water. It is not the water.
Thank you very much, Nabi.
Thank you.